Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a show match between PegasusRush and Rapl. $40 for the winner, best of 7, and some glory points, I believe. PegasusRush is playing as Hades here on Mediterranean, and his opponent, the Rapl, is gonna be playing Zeus, chopping some trees nearby. And you're both looking for the piggies. First docks coming up, as is usual. We've got the sentinels on the main, which makes a lot of sense because you kind of want to guard against any potential harassment. PegasusRush will post a shirtless picture. Very nice. Yeah, both of these guys super capable as Greek players, and Mediterranean really lends itself to Greek players. I expected maybe a little bit of Kronos from one of them, but it all makes sense. PegasusRush keeping his best god Zeus for later. So going with the Hades, sorry, now makes a lot of sense. You still get your Athena, you still get your strong buildings, you still get your increased attack on buildings. But then Zeus has, like, Bolt that can get rid of one of the ships. Hades also quite well equipped for the later stages of the game, with Perseus taking out Colossus one by one. It's a little bit tougher for Zeus to do that. Questions in the chat. Am I alone today? That's right. What client are they using? It's Vubly. Fishing ship count quite even, but Pegasus is ahead by 1. Bit of a surprise. Rapl finally catches up, but I think PegasusRush could just make a handful more. Right after the wood gets dropped off. There we go. He's got 50. Is he gonna make more fishing ships or just cut at 6? Maybe he's saving up wood for later. Yeah, I think so. Rapl also getting his temple. Both players actually relatively far away from the classical age. PegasusRush a little bit faster on that advanced time, it seems. I think he'll get a comfortable 4 minutes, maybe not, but 4:30. Maybe a 4:30. Hopefully neither player is getting housed. Rapl very clean on the house timing. Picks have mostly been eaten up. Goldmine's relatively exposed. Like, you can definitely put an Odysseus here. Granted, the Sentinel will shoot back, but seems annoying. Okay, so 4:20 for PegasusRush. And for Rapl, it's a 4:30. Not a big difference. Really doesn't mean much. Rapl, does he have an extra villager from this? No. But he does have 2 extra fishing ships, so kinda. Second dock is coming down. Rapl has only one valid woodline, says Lordy. It's kinda true. There's this in the back. It's not terrible, right? And you can go to this later. But it's not very comfortable. So he must make sure that he doesn't get hero harassed. Maybe he'll keep the bolt because of this. And it's kind of a problem when you have 9 or 10 villagers on the wood line. They kind of start bumping into each other, and like this villager will get stuck. You know, so you kind of need that second Storas. Yeah, here he's going for the back one. Now let's quickly check before they do anything. Do we have eco upgrades? No. But we have an uptime from PegasusRush, 10 seconds ahead of Rapl. 2 ships will be made a little faster, so yeah, we'll see about that bolt usage. We'll see about that hero usage. I actually don't see heroes made, it's just a Minotaur. So one play you can do is to patrol your own Minotaur and hope that he does the special attack better. As people, generally speaking, don't use attack move. Attack move is kind of not that good anyway. Bolt gets used in the middle, cutting PegasusRush down to 3 bolts. And then Rapl can kinda micro his way back into this. He's fine now. As long as he doesn't push into a disadvantaged ship situation. Got one wood upgrade. The villager might get chopped down, however, by that Minotaur. Run for it. Yikes! 1 health. Jeez. That's a kill. That's a kill, dude. Oh, no. That's crazy. Okay, that Minotaur can leave now. Here come the Pegasus, though. That will aid a lot in the ship battles. Looks like Rapl has... What? That's a very early restoration. I don't like it, guys. I do not like it. It kept his ships alive, but if you have like 5 more ships, it can produce a lot more value. Housing situation might be coming in very soon. Pegasus is not sniping the Pegasus, which is the entire purpose of this very good micro from him for sure. He's not falling for the trick. The restoration was good, but now he's focusing on that Pegasus. But also taking down some of those fishing ships is actually very nice. Rapl definitely at a disadvantage right now. Only 6 versus 12 triremes right now. And there's no counteroffensive, no nothing. PegasusRush is up by 2 villagers and 1 fishing ship. And it looks like Rapl will just tap out. That was already enough. That was crazy. I did not expect such a quick win from PegasusRush. Well. His Zeus is still on the table. That's his best god. I'm sure he'll be using it. Cannot go Hades again, but I think he can tolerate that. Poseidon's on the table. Rapl's gonna have to break out one of his big guns like Odin. Here comes game 2. PegasusRush is gonna be playing as Zeus. That's his best god. Using it up on Watering Hole, very interesting. And on the other side, we've got the Rapl playing as Thor. Sorry, chat, we forgot to run the prediction. Let's run the prediction. And Matrius is also raiding us. Thank you very much. Hope you had a great stream, Matrius. Oh, Matrius, there's some great news pinned in the chat. I'm sure a lot of you will be interested. Maybe Legend can remind the chat. After this game, we'll re-announce everything. For those on YouTube, I guess I might as well just do it now while the early game is kicking in. For those on YouTube as well, we're gonna be hosting another league. It's got a up to $1,000 prize pool. All you guys gotta do is show up. That's it. Fill the bracket with 32 players. And we're gonna be putting down $1,000, which is double the normal. And that can be further increased via sponsorships. So you guys completing sponsorship actions or directly contributing, of course. Now, the news will be linked in the YouTube description, and it's also linked in the Twitch chat. And in addition to that, we also have a clip contest. So if you guys can take a sick clip at some point in the games, anything of our content really, and you put that in our Discord and you get the maximum amount of reactions, then that's a $10 win every month. Alrighty, let's take a quick look at this map. We've got a ton of rhinos in the back. We've got gazelles in the back. This is super food rich. So I'm sure our Norse player here is having a good time with Pigsticker and hunting dogs together. It's gonna be very quickly gobbled up. Using the straggler savanna trees for the moment. As for the gold mines, this is very backwards. This is a little forward, but it's very difficult to gold start on Watering Hole due to the enormous rush distance. I'm sure Rapl will be walling as well, left and right. There's elephants in the middle to look forward to, as well as hippos, but it's difficult for the Greek player, I believe, to move out, as the classical age is well under Norse control most of the time, as well as the heroic age further contributing to that. Rapl likes his semi-fast heroic strats, where he still controls the classical age and then gets suddenly up to Scotty. Very tough to deal with, for sure. Tiger Boss asking if I'm cheating in deathmatch. No. No, I will happily coach you, Tiger Boss. There's plans for retold with DM as well. Your Greek is looking good though. The DM Greek mirrors are all about that micro archers on light units, focused firing, trying to avoid the Helipolis, Helipolis killing Helipolis, and trying to not brick your eco. Yeah. Anyways, back to this. PegasusRush gonna be sticking around at home, gathering from these easier food sources, but he's also out here, you know, probing the gazelles. There's a Hershey that might, unsightly tail, that might spot them though. Let's see if there's gonna be anything forest fiery from him. It's super strange to see a Hershey coming forward with that. But anyway, we got the Jason on the other side, already bullying the Skraeling and the Troll. The Hershey, the two Hershey's actually might be needed to beat him back here. Okay, not gonna see a forest fire just yet, because we have gone for Seti. I'm being stupid. This is just a 4 Seti build. Very interesting. What's Rapl gonna do with that? See, I'm so used to him always going for Freya. In fact, people that are Thor and Odin always going for Freya. I don't know. For some reason, he's not feeling it. There's no wall chip wonder, it's true. Oh my god. Okay, we've got the healing spring coming down. First bunch of raiding cavalry will be looking for some damage. PegasusRush moving out with very little units actually. His strategy is gonna be double military academy and archery range. It's already a very big Norse army though, 55 population to just 38. It's not easy for Greek to just move out like that. And then there's this whole thing of picking off the reinforcement once you got a good amount of raiding cavalry. That will probably happen at some point. Like I said at the beginning, Rapl is just looking to control the classical age for the moment. Have we got pickaxe? Not yet. We don't yet. Peggy has a lot of wood. Yes, extra wood. We got the Tower of Cestus as a relic. Don't know the other one yet. We'll find out. Can't quite make any more Toxodis right this second, but I guess PegasusRush is gonna pull the trigger on this. Is that enough, however? Units-wise, he's definitely behind. Let's see if he can get a bunch of free picks. The raiding cavalry currently trying to waste PegasusRush's time. That's exactly what Rapl wants to do. Just waste as much time as possible, grow as big as possible, and then take the engage. Maybe he can even squeeze in a few more units before fighting now, but no, he's going for it. Might get a wraparound. Not that many Toxodis here, so they are easy pickings for sure. The hoplites are also almost matched in number by the throwing axemen. That's not good. Greek player does have restoration available. Might see that used, and the troll is definitely getting the pick. It's an ouchie. Home situation is looking pretty good though. Could this be a bit of a raid building up? Rapl now going for medium infantry. I was actually going to suggest he won't be doing that, but I guess he's creating himself enough space to be able to. John Arbiter with the raid as well, thank you so much. And here comes the trolling, oh man. They're not hammer trolls, just normal trolls. Sad he lost the first one, otherwise he'd be probably upgrading them after a few. That'd be harder like this. I'm gonna say PegasusRush has built up his numbers very nicely, and if these raiding calves stay on the normal level, if PegasusRush can hit right now, they're not gonna be upgraded, and Rapl will still have to engage or risk losing too many houses to keep up in the population department. He's almost maxed out though, so maybe he can afford that. Actually somehow managing to push back PegasusRush still. The posturing is real, these players really respect each other clearly. The medium cav is done, and now is the time to strike for Rapl for sure. Before the Greek gets to 115 population, PegasusRush not wanting to take that kind of battle right now, but he is going to have to. There's no more reinforcements coming as far as I can see on the minimap. Trying to focus fire down the throwing axemen. The hoplites are up front, they're medium. The Minotaur is just fine in the middle of all this, and that's a great restoration, keeping him at 95 pop versus 90 and dropping rapidly as Rapl. That's a full HP army again with the full HP Minotaur and Odysseus. Here goes. Not many Hersiers left either to deal with the Minotaur. If those can be sniped, that's a big play. Even the elephant was fighting? No, he's just path blocking. How annoying is that? Either way, this is looking great. 11 Toxodi still alive, they're medium. The Rain Cav get in the back, but they get picked off one by one. GG is gonna be called PegasusRush, getting ahead in a swift 2-0 against Rapl. Very epic. 37 kills versus 13. Yeah, Rapl just didn't have the unit count here. Well, that I did not expect. PegasusRush is gonna be playing as Isis next. And on the other side, we have got Rapl playing his best god. I think it's his best god, Odin. Maybe you guys will agree with that. The Pharaoh is already in the middle, has picked up the toothed arrows, which will increase the archer and ballista attacks. Well, at least that's what's relevant for this matchup. So chariots are gonna be strong, huh? Isis does like that. Curious though if we'll see a classical fight from PegasusRush or whether we will see a fast heroic. Time will tell. I got the Harmonious Necklace on the map here, as well as the Scales of a Catola Pass. Not particularly important. The Harmonious Necklace is a nice little boon for Isis though, especially with Prosperity and Pickaxe and Pharaoh Empowerment all adding up. Yeah, that sounds very nice. Piggy scouting. They can't see very well, but they try. Damn it, they try. And Priest also looking to place some obelisks. Finds already some juicy stuff like the second TC, like a second gold mine and hunt spot. Those are some really nice areas. In addition to the hippos, there's back hunt as well for PegasusRush to enjoy. He's getting the first monument right now. And you know, I should be getting this. There we go, that's better. Another obelisk. Once again, revealing some pretty good information. PegasusRush really not wasting any time and just throwing them down every chance he gets. You'll find the hunters now. And I guess Rapl is starting to get to that point where he should slap down the temple. Probably we're about to see it. There it is. So have we got any upgrades here? Just hunting dogs, temples coming down for PegasusRush. And he'll have a relatively decent advance time, like not a 430, but like a 550. I think that might indicate heroic age there. We'll see better when he redistributes that it's very obvious. Did we forget the prediction for that game? I think we did. And here's the next one. Sorry, Twitch chat. I try. Alright, Freya's coming up. And we're about to find what PegasusRush is gonna pick. It's Anubis, so we do have that classical fight style coming up. Well, depending on how good those Anubite jumps are, PegasusRush will be able to do a lot of work. They recharge in as little as 3 seconds for the jump, so it's very difficult to get caught with them if your micro is god tier. And we know that PegasusRush's micro is really something else. Now, his obelisks are getting deleted slowly but surely. Even this weak scaling with the archaic-ish nerf still vacs it down in a few seconds. So is the Herseer. And the good part of that is, it's 1 favor. For the Herseer, it's 2 favor. Look at that. That is extra valuable. Are we gonna see a TC here? Oh man. He's actually gonna make a TC into a classical fighting Isis, no less. Harmonious Necklace has been picked up, so the gold gather rate is improved for free. This is like having pickaxe. It's amazing. Well, almost. You don't get the storage capacity and whatever, but still nice, right? Alright, now how do you deal with that Anubite? You do have the Herseer, that's good. Second Anubite coming out, by the way. Are we gonna see a 3rd monument or just the 2? The 2 should be enough. Like, you're not really in a rush to make like 5 Anubites or whatever. You know, I'd be super excited if this was a half-war ISIS game. That would be so sick. Because, honestly, PegasusRush does need to do some work now to lower the number of villagers. Very, very soon, the numbers will go crazy with the 2nd TC done. Also, the Valkyrie is faster than the Anubite, so it's a really good defense tool. But we might see our first kills in the woodline. Oh, is that gonna be a problem there? I think it might be. Herseer's coming in to help, but like I said, 3 seconds to jump. Can definitely find yourself some spots. At least idle those villagers, but I guess the Anubites are just gonna run away for now. Oh, never mind, he's diving in. Try not to get surrounded, that would be tough. These villagers can always pull out the kitchen knives, right? Alrighty, we've got Axemen and Spearmen being made. No additional boyos. Oh! The heal! It's so important here. Very clutch, keeping everything alive so far. PegasusRush just really tickling the villagers and forcing some minimal amount of idle time. This has to be quite annoying. Rapl is honestly just fine. He's caught up in villagers. He's gonna get ahead very soon. So now it's all about the Axemen and the Spearmen. Can they make a dent? Again, there's no significant number of units yet, mostly Herseers. They can definitely fight that with the Axemen. And the Anubites are in a pretty good spot. There's gonna be priests here to heal them up. I think everything aligns pretty well. PegasusRush has a little too much food, so maybe an extra Anubite here. Feet of the Jackal upgrade coming through. And then maybe 1 more Anubite, and then he'll line up everything for a Heroic Age advance. Gotta be careful not to be housed. I mean, there is stuff being made. That's good, that's good. And once again, Rapl gonna be idled, but he's walling up. So that should protect him against further raids. I think the first villager has died just now. And the 3 priests will make the Valkyrie a little bit less useful. Tell you what, Forkbeard might actually go down to the priest projectiles. Oh my. People gotta do this more. Look how potent this is. It's half 4. He's going half for. Yes! Yes! Finally something different. Oh my goodness. Peggy is my favorite person. I'm a biased caster after seeing this. I'm sorry. Not. You guys do your special plays, I'll be a big fan. What are the rules of the show match? It's tournament standard, so no repeat of gods that you win with. That's basically it. Okay, while we're aging up, we're gonna grab a settlement here. Might as well, then easily can plop down a Migdal right after. Walls have been broken through. And Rapl also looking for his heroic age. And then there's the rock and the pistachio. Together they can slaughter some vills, for sure. Okay, Feet of the Jackal is through. And you might now has more attacks, bigger jump range, a little bit more health. It's pretty good. It's enough time as well to heal up the infantry should Peggy wish to. There's definitely no rush to go out there now that he's equalized the TC situation, but at the same time, Rapl has saved up a lot of resources and he could go for a 2TC Ragnarok real quick. Does have a secure back gold mine as well. So I feel like PegasusRush actually does need to do something. Maybe if he can get a good locust off or something like that. Could be game defining. But it does look to me as though Rapl is aiming for that Ragnarok jump immediately. Just a matter of plopping down a market. And that should be it. Scorpion Lost, thank you so much for your double sub gift. It's epic gaming. Hill Fort. And I don't see a market. So maybe not. Maybe that's not what's happening. Here come the chariots. There's the market. I was wrong. He is looking for that Ragnarok after all. So what's the deal with the hill fort and the farms? I guess you pre-make the farms for your Ragnarok so that after you recover you can easily just auto-queue dwarves. You start with a little bit of trade while you advance. Rapl better finish his houses, man. He does have a few left here in the back. It's exactly what's happening. The rock, nothing can really touch it right now. There's no throwing axemen. Literally zero. So even though we're operating Axe of Muspel, there are no units to use it with. He doesn't need to ungarrison. This is too many units to put into the hill fort, so they're getting pre-split. Are we gonna see a locust or what? The rock is getting kinda bruised by the shots. Peggy actually not gonna go for it, but he's pushing forward, picking off a few villagers. Tyr? Excuse me? Tyr? That's not... You don't get Ragnarok from Tyr. PegasusRush immediately walling off his town centers with barracks, expecting the Ragnarok, but it's not at all what's happening. Can Rapl actually make something happen with this though? I'm not that confident about it. Like, Tyr doesn't have that big of an immediate impact. There's 3 TCs now. The TCs themselves will be fine. Aside from some idle time cost for the villagers. I have no idea what is happening. Anyway, we're gonna see an engage. Oh god, Peggy getting caught in the middle. Oh, that's a problem. I think he's gonna get cleaned up here. And then get hit by Fimbulwinter. Another Frost Giant spawns too. As if this hadn't been bad enough already, the Fimbulwinter is now hitting the villagers in all locations. Oh god. He's about to go down a lot. It was 60 just a moment ago. It's already 55 and dropping 53, 50, 51. Okay, I think we might stabilize here at 50-ish. Just gonna wait out those 10 seconds. The buildings will be okay. There's a bunch of chariots. This is still a tough army though, with so many Jarls. The complete cleanup, so many corpses back there. Good number of upgrades as well for Rapl. He gets the freeze off and is just gonna right click the town center. The Valkyrie is the target, as she can heal up all the rest. Makes sense. There's enough units kind of to start a little bit of healing, repairing, but anyway, Forest Fire is gonna be used, so they're not gonna be easily able to do that. And Rapl has more than enough time to take this one down. Maybe even steal it. There's no infantry though. There's very little infantry. PegasusRush just gonna resign. This did not work out in his favor. Locust left in the pocket. Goldmine from Olympus. I kind of wish he used that Locust there. But then again, you have to keep in mind dwarves are 75 health versus the 65 of gatherers. So yeah, good play by Rapl for sure. Beautiful. Bringing this back to series now, the score is going to be 2-1. But that does mean that PegasusRush still has Isis available should he wish to use her. Anatolia. PegasusRush. Blue. Poseidon. Rapl. Red. Isis. Yeah, Isis makes a lot of sense on this map, for sure. Gonna be very tough to take away from her, the middle of the map especially. Hell, she's hard to fight on the water too, given how strong the docks are. And how cheap they are, at 50 gold only. Goat getting gathered from, you don't see that every day on Anatolia. Usually people go for the boars, but PegasusRush is happy with the 4 on the goats. That's a slower source, but 4 of them ensure that you can constantly pump villagers. You have to sometimes force drop, but that's cool. Once you have the 2 fishing ships as well, you're generally fine. Pharaoh's done no significant scouting, but the priest is. Not a single obelisk made, of course. The second dock will be priority. So just a little bit you can reveal off the map is sufficient. The houses I like a lot on the dock. Rapl protecting it against any potential Cyclops rushes or whatever. Yeah, I agree. It's usually an Isis map. Then we got the Mithril horseshoes as a relic. Very nice for Poseidon, especially if you go for a mega cavalry build with the Hermes upgrade, Spirited Charge. Also be some fast boys. The North Dock coming up for both players. PegasusRush's finishes is a bit faster, but there's no way that you can take away too many fishing spots. Already 7 fishing ships for Rapl. Starting to look for the back spots, and as his mining commences, he just needs to put down 2 more loads of gold and can start yet another dock down here. But maybe he will work on this side first, who knows. There's no such great urgency for the bottom one, as you have already made all the fishing ships you need. So it's really just to make the drop-off more efficient. Whereas here, you still need to produce the fishing ships. Isis does like to produce a lot of them. Okay, the lure has finally pulled in the boars. It's actually a nearby boar from here getting pulled in. That's crazy. That's very unfortunate, because later on, that would still be usable should you lose the water. But yeah, not that much hunt on Anatolia at any point. You sometimes have these deer, that's kind of what he's pulling in. Stopping the villagers from having to go out there is nice, though. 100%. Temple's about to finish. With a little bit of drop off from the ships, Peggy might have enough food already. Ring of the Nibelung is the other relic, and we've got another dock coming up right on top of the fishing spots to minimize the sailing time for the ships. Let's not call it walking time, we're professionals here. Okay, the temple's coming up for Rapl as well. Gonna be very evenly paced age up. 430 for both, apparently. Hermes and Bast. And we've got a little pause. I'm gonna find out what it is. PegasusRush is changing his playlist on YouTube. Probably not. Anyway, lots of wood coming in for Rapl. Oh, they're stuck. Okay, they're working. It's good, it's good. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of wood. Which means I think he's kind of committing to heavy water fighting here. So many docks as well. I'm surprised there's none here, but I guess he really wants to hold these two spots. Camp is gonna know about it. Peggy getting a third dock in the back. He already has 6 docks. Oh, sorry, 5 docks. No dock down here. Could do that if he really wanted to get a 6th one. Hand axe and pickaxe done for our Greek player. For Rapl, we've got just hand axe, pickaxe coming in though. So they'll be in a pretty even spot. He's gonna finish up all his remaining houses. Yeah, Rapl doing well. I've never seen him play Isis before, I believe. Do correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, but I think we've not seen that before on meta plays. So it's very interesting for sure. Maybe once or twice. Just doesn't come to mind right now. I think he likes Greek on the water maps, no? Anywho, it's a bit of a standoff. Nobody really wants to fight here. Where is the production? Go for all that wood, only to still go heroic? No way. Was that just for per scene and like 5 ships? Nah, he's gonna auto queue that. Okay, the Sphinx finds the centaur. Gonna micro that boy, or else. Chat talking about how Uranus is on the table, especially for PegasusRush. Kind of agree. I'm sure you can play Uranus and Kronos just fine, guys. You don't get to this level and not know Atlantean, at least somewhat. Yeah, the ships are going to town. But be careful to not target the moving ships with the dock, that's always so important. Moving ships just absolutely dodge the shots after all. Can he hold 4 ships with 2? Probably not, honestly. Rapl forcing a lot of garrisons. And he's clicking up to Nefties. It's a good amount of gold miners for prosperity. I think he would mine it out though, so maybe he's gonna use it on the second gold mine or just wait for it. Wait, he has not used prosperity, right? Yeah. Definitely not in a rush with it, anyway. However, if he goes heroic, he'll want to plant an amygdala and the TC probably immediately. Without prosperity, the timing of mining this out is not going to be quite right. So there's going to be some villagers left behind. But he'll have enough resources to just slap down the amygdala and the TC. The Scylla is out with Dionysus here. PegasusRush counter-attacking. But as the Nefties advance happens, The big chunker is gonna come out, and that Leviathan can kind of fight off the Scylla anyway. More health, more everything, even more armor. Not more armor, but more health, more damage. Until the Scylla gets heads, of course. What's the bonus damages here? No bonus damages? Oh. Love that sound. So funny. Anyway, Eclipse is coming through, and that will make Mr. Really OP. We've got the in-base Ancestors Eclipse. Sphinx helping. I don't know if the Scorpion Man's coming. He can chop villagers in half with just 2 hits. The Hydra has a head. It's got 2 heads, in fact. 3 heads. 4? No, no 4. Leviathan, massive threat to the water. PegasusRush was kind of not prepared for this. The Sphinx goes down. Hydra still remaining at 3 heads. Tons of Hippicon are on the field, and there is no oh, why there? It's gonna be War Elephants anyway. No Spearmen in sight. Hephaestus research is already coming through for PegasusRush. He's really rushing that Mythic, man. That's actually very impressive. He's already got it. We've got Pentacounters out, but those are gonna absolutely get wrecked by the cabinets. Looks like the Pharaoh goes down. The villagers pull out the kitchen knives. Plenty gets thrown down. The Scorpion Man here to help. All those villagers should have really completed the settlement because the Colossus is showing up. And the Hydra, and the Hippolyta, and the Prodromos. Dude, Rapl is in actually a lot of trouble right now. Forge of Olympus coming through, and then the easy armory upgrades are happening as well. It's gonna be a double armory at the very least. I'm surprised the Colossus is not going for this, but I guess there's enough War Elephants, and there's gonna be mass production of priests very shortly. Would like to see prosperity now. Siege works are gonna be made. Well, I guess he doesn't want to go for it without the Pharaoh. Then again, get a lot out of it anyway with just Quarry. That Hydra though. 3 heads! There it is. Prosperity coming through. Before Quarry finishes, but that's okay. It was already almost done. Now you gotta look at the villager number in this situation. The tech is scary for sure. Colossus can do a lot of damage. But these are just Prodromos, right? And the upgrades are only now coming through. If that's gonna be Myrmidon soon, that will change a lot. But this Hydra for now seems to be pretty toast already. No more healing available. Any at all for Poseidon, in fact. Oh, Relic never got picked up. That's a lot of elephants. I'm sure Rapl is happy with where he is right now. Especially if he maxes out and then goes Mythic himself with Osiris. He might just have a grand old time with that. Medium Hippicons are coming through. Or Cav. It's actually half Hippicons, but more Prodromos than anything. It looks like the Pentacounters have beaten back the fleet. Up there, there's not as much happening. There's a single war barge. PegasusRush trying to grab the forward town center. Might see a fortress coming in. Once he has the resources for it. Not that many armory upgrades getting pushed, actually. There's no heavy cavalry either, so the elephants are still pretty potent, I would say. Hydra goes down without having been able to do too much, but so does the Scorpion Man. So now if these elephants can get the surface area, and in fact one of them gets to attack the settlement, and that will stop it. So yeah, PegasusRush has to pull the trigger on the ceasefire, wait for those upgrades to finish up. Meanwhile, the Egyptians, however, just healing up with all these priests. That's a lot of health regained for sure. There's like 1 Colossus here, and what, a handful of Prodromos? They're gonna get smacked by these heavy elephants. I don't think they can do it. There's Osiris coming through as well. There's no need to stay here, honestly. Just make a... Use this little ridge. Right, make a catapult down here. Siege the TC from down there. It's actually bonkers. I think it can reach. Just about. Might need engineers though, which is expensive. Anyway, free TC attempt by PegasusRush. Still staying on cavalry. No heavy cavalry coming through, but bronze weapon about to finish. We've already got the bronze armor upgrades. So yeah, their army is starting to look pretty good, especially if they get the heavy upgrades. There's still only 39 villagers versus 51, with more fishing ships available as well for Rapl. It's 18 to 14. Barracks on 8 health, so triggering. Please. Yes, someone sneeze at that. Okay, here comes the bronze push. You know what? I don't hate this. The Prodromos now at 54% heck armor. That's a lot better than the elephants got. But we've got Birdman. He's here for the rescue with his chain lightning. Oh my, those Prodromos are getting wrecked. Could this push be possible with Spirited Charge and heavy cavalry maybe? I guess. But yeah, the Son of Osiris and coverage from the Migdol is too much. I don't even know where the Colossus went. It's over here, but there's so many priests. Even if he goes for the gold mine, I'm not sure his eating rate is fast enough to offset this. Once the priest attack, that is. We've got Polyphemus out. Son of Osiris kind of walking into TC range. And the chariot is getting knocked back. Bonk. The elephants are toast, so at least the Prodromos did their jobs. However, the chariots are kind of a good counter. So long as the Prodromos aren't running, and they actually end up fighting him, then they'll be in a good spot to fight back. Copper Shields and City of the Dead coming through to help the Son of Osiris with some hit points, but it's not going to be particularly valuable. Villagers getting sniped by the TC fire, that's a problem. There's enough priests as well here to bother the workers. Just like real life. Anyway. Double Mummy is already out, so Poseidon is gonna have a tough time once the chariot count rises enough to snipe the Polyphemus. For the moment, it's not that crazy, so definitely more manageable. We've got the first catapult out as well. I think Rapl realizing that this might actually be in range, and if not, then he can still make a simple wall here. Oh, he gets 2 bonks, not even 2 bonks on the Mummy. And the chariot's already sniped him along with the Son of Osiris, so yeah, that's gonna be tough. Copper weapons is coming through. The Toxotes is still only medium. They're so high in number. I don't know about the Prodromos anymore. There's no cavalry to fight. Peggy definitely not on the right kind of composition and lost all his gold miners in the front here to the priests. So that's gonna hurt a lot. It's 63 villagers versus 38. I'm not quite sure what the next play is gonna be. If there's any more mummies coming, the Greek army is in a pickle for sure. Helipolis coming out. That's gonna be good. There's no hard counter here to the Helipolis, and the Prodromos are still good at sniping siege as they have a double bonus damage. Pentaconner's trying to take down the docks, but that's easier said than done. Heavy chariots coming in too. These choke points are just so favorable for Isis. If he can get up these watchtowers, that's great, but the Helipolis can probably put a stop to this. Alright, well, what's the situation here? Upgrade-wise, we're looking pretty even, but Quarry versus Pickaxe is brutal. Toxotes is doing a good job of sniping the Son of Osiris, getting microed back though, and the Toxotes is just walking into this wall of death. Definitely did not want to be there. Champion Chariots coming in for Rapl. Now you can afford to skip some of the armory upgrades. You can just slowly catch up with what PegasusRush is doing. It is just Toxotes after all. They're good, but are they that good? Probably not. Especially ones backed up by extra watchtowers. The siege towers coming out as well now. And that's going to be a great counter to the Helipolis, who only have 50% crush armor. These guys have 89%. I believe it's actually 90 in the files. For some reason it's showing 89. Anyway, that's a lot more than 50. The Helipolis can't hurt them back. Hell, the spearmen and the villagers are out here with the kitchen knives. pretty sure the 1 siege tower can beat the 2 helipolis. Just need to actually micro them on the target. Alright, the fortress will be dropping. As the catapult has been working this whole time. 6 militia spawn, but that's nowhere near enough. Rapl wins yet another game. Very well played, for sure. Ancestor Eclipse could have been maybe a bit more damaging, but I think on a strategic level, Rapl did everything he needed to do. That was fantastic. Very difficult, to be fair, to pull off a fast mythic against ISIS, but it is what it is. Alright, we've got Oranos from PegasusRush. We've kind of predicted this. And on the other side, we have got Rapl going for Loki this time. Should be interesting on this map. There's not a whole lot of food to go around, though. There's just one Aurochs in the main base. There's another one over there. We'll see what they managed to reveal. There's only 4 elks, or caribou, sorry. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Let's type this in. Oranos is usually pretty good on Ghost Lake because you can just make a whole lot of Terma. I guess you guys want to do your betting, don't you? Got a nice cliff up here. If it was someone with ranged siege pushing, that would be very scary. Atlantean's a bit more direct than that. PegasusRush probably just gonna play this super standard. He's looking for the next hunt spot. That's gonna be a long walk. Relic in the back is the Black Lotus. It's for farming rate. Not gonna come into play for a long time, but definitely worth picking it up, especially if you're Norse. See, Atlantean is more than happy berry picking for a while. Villagers are speedy. Very fast gather rate, that is. That's gonna be all the hunt, I think. All there is. So next up, is PegasusRush gonna use his oracles as heroes or not? That's the next big question. Rapl will be having the faster advance. Say 4 minutes 15 for Seti or something like that. And Prometheus is queued up after 7 villagers. Very good wall off, like you're not gonna easily raid this. I think that's a full wall. I don't think there's a gap here. Very nicely built. Sure, you don't see that very often, but PegasusRush making a great base building thing happen. How is Rapl going to afford Hersiers? There's the goats for now. And the 1 Aurochs, I guess, in the base is left still. Still didn't see any berries on his side. What's up with that? They're in the back. Okay. Might have to go for that. Counter barracks and military barracks coming up. Pretty good warning from Rapl as well, of course. There's not gonna be any aggression with the Oracle, so that's gonna be kept for the Murmillos. Okay, here they come. No Terma. Okay, there it is. Sadly, the food's already out. Rapl is gonna have to rely a lot on dwarf production here. Spring looking for some targets. And Husbandry's coming in. Very calm beginnings, nobody's really going ham about anything, but Orano's Flood can very quickly turn into a lot of units, as they have a 12 and 14 second training time respectively. Fairly easy to afford once you reshuffle yourself to enough trees. At that point I would say it can be double Terma production as well, should it come to that. Oh god, 5 villagers idled. Near Odin's Spear is gonna be picked up. Sadly, there's like no Ulfsarks. It's gonna be all hers here. It's enough for now to push this back. But can keep Rapl up with this. Hall of Faints is next. He's got the relic. You better pick up that Black Lotus too. It's one villager picked off. Ursula might go down there too. Oh man. Very good pullback macro on the Terma. And Rapl all of a sudden losing a ton of the hearse here. I'm not sure you can afford to remake these. Hall of Faints is done. So there's a bit of dodging, but the troll is now dead as well. And suddenly, Rapl has nothing left. He has to pull back to the TC, man. What were we fighting here for? That Aurochs is already depleted. So, is that too many units lost for not that many resources? I think so. That tower wasn't that easy to protect either. So, why not just fall back to the TC? That could have saved him a lot of units right now. I think Peggy is in a fantastic position. He can bully down this temple next. And there's a lot more Oranos coming right into this base. Temple not gonna last long at all. It's only got 960 hit points. Troll's gonna be made, but the hero term are doing so much damage to that thing. Another spawns in from the Hersiers. Okay, this might be a decent fight. Maybe Rapl can do something. But another Valor comes through. That'll be probably the end for the trolls. Hersier can't getting thinned out again. There's an Einherjar spawning in. Might help out a lot. I think PegasusRush is more than happy to stay. He's picked off the throwing axemen so easily as well. Rapl has very little food left. He's got mostly dwarves at this point in time. I think he maxed out on dwarves actually. 20? Can make 40, so no. Is he gonna max out on dwarves? So he needs to go to the next gold mine very soon. PegasusRush knows this. He doesn't have to push any deeper. He can just remake his army. Very nice snipes. But now is Rapl's chance, really. It's this push or nothing. And he doesn't have that good health, but he does see everything. The medium Murmillo are good in numbers, so I think the 8 Hershey's might not be able to do this. There's not gonna find any damage out there either. Berry picking in the back. Gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Farm position for Loki would be fantastic, but yeah, now have to go for the gold mine. And soon. And there's this whole army, like PegasusRush knows exactly that 10 minutes is the magic number to be lurking around gold mines. If he can unite his army now, I don't think that Rapl has got what it takes to beat this. Oh. Wow, the Murmillo just turned around to fight. I think they can actually take on the Hersier here, but the kitchen knives are coming in. That might be a little bit too much. However, the polar bear helping, I think. It was, right? More stuff coming in to join. PegasusRush right now ahead in population. And that's mostly Murmillo. I think he can actually take the fight. The dwarves are going to be in massive trouble. At 18 citizens, that's a pretty good number already, very close to maximum. It's a good amount of myth units here, but manual conversion of military is very possible. Especially with Hearts of the Titans coming through. As annoying as these Anheria horns are, there's not much meat behind this. The trolls are falling left and right. There's barely any Hersier left. Barely any dwarves left, so who's gonna gather the gold? Nobody's gathering the gold. That's the answer, and PegasusRush winning the fight super hard with tons of Murmillos left over. Rapl's gonna have to respect this. Not gonna be able to take this back. Not with the dwarves. Oh god, he's got Shockwave as well. Just make sure to rub it in. This is now psychological warfare. PegasusRush is going for the tournament, the show match victory. Just needs 2 more. If he takes this, then just 1 more. That's the strat. Make Rapl tilt. Then again, Rapl can go Loki again on a map that suits him. One that's higher food. Like Tundra. That would be great. What does PegasusRush do about that? Is he gonna go like Isis, or would he risk a Kronos? Would he pick a Poseidon? All of these are options. He really doesn't want to convert into heroes, does he? He's just making normal units. More military and counterbear coming up. He's transitioning to the forward gold mine himself. He's got a lot of farms in the back. Oh my god, that's a lot of Atlantean farms, man. He's got 2 gold mine locations. Lemon squeezy, as they say. Rapl has nothing. As soon as Peggy realizes that he can push, she will push. And that's probably it. There's nothing here to help Rapl anymore, I'm sorry. He did his best with what he got, but this map is not for Loki most of the time. If you get a double gold mine at home, then great. It wasn't that. That wasn't a lot of hunt either. So it's really tough. It's really tough to do anything with that. The Valkyrie spawn is extra lucky, however, but it's not gonna be enough. Peggy just too strong to let this slip away. First fights, 0 spawns. Correct. That's actually a very good point. You know, a good set of myth unit spawns can completely turn everything around as well. So there is that. Yeah, we're already in game 6. I was thinking game 5. Let's do this again. PegasusRush playing as Poseidon in the blue. And in the red, we have got the Rapl playing as Thor. Should be an interesting match. Probably a lot of cavalry. Oh my god, that's a lot of food right at home there. Though I'm sure it's going to be the same case for Rapl. And Norse typically benefits from the hunting situation a lot more. But this also makes Greek not very raidable. Then what's next from here? The second gold mine. I mean, there was a reset, right? So probably because of the second gold mine. This one is pretty good. That one's pretty good. Sort of near TC. I think that works out pretty well for both sides. At the same time, these are relatively secure. So I don't think PegasusRush has an easy time gold starving in this one. Might have to go for the later stages of the game. But then again, you get a bunch of sick raids with Hippicons or direct fights even against raiding cav. That can go a long way. Thing is though, if you lose your Hippicon's health and then the raiding cav just run away and heal up by either Healing Spring or by Valkyries, doesn't matter which, that health on the Poseidon cavalry will be lost forever. You don't gain that back. You don't have any healing. So that's definitely a tough situation. We've got 2 relics. It's the Fetters of Fenrir for insta-killing on Hunt, but Thor doesn't benefit for that, more for Poseidon. And Gaia's Book of Knowledge, absolutely useless infantry damage versus Titans. You're not gonna be playing that way. I don't think we'll see a Titan. Almost never see a Titan in Greek versus Norse. Typically ends with raiding, or some Titan pushing heroic, or Ragnarok, or Late Game Greek wins. That's usually how it goes. Very rarely you'll see Norse late game prevailing, but not really. Anyways, walling is important against Poseidon. You don't want to get raided. Those cav are going to be pretty cheap. Ares, excuse me. Okay. Well, that can work out super good. The Cyclops are tough, chunky boys. And they have a big bonk stick. Therefore, good unit. We didn't finish the predictions, so let's do it. And let's start one for this. The mod could help with that. We are actively looking for mods, by the way. You can send applications on the website. Scroll all the way to the bottom on the website. On the MetaPlace website, that is. So, anyway, Ares, the idea is that you make a bunch of Cyclops and you back them up with Toxotes and you go. That's the end. That's it. The Hershey will be having a tough time fighting the Toxotes, but raiding cavalry will have a good time against Toxotes. But Cyclops will have a good time against raiding cavalry, so kind of need a mix of a handful of Hershey and a lot of raiding cav to make that work. It's gonna be raiding cav first from Rapl, probably just double raiding cav, which will eventually turn to triple raiding cav. The Cyclops is already moving forward, the Theseus is here to defend. Not gonna see a forest fire, but the Pestilence comes down immediately thanks to the scout. So no horses, but medium cavalry will be researched. That helps a little bit. Gonna be 1 stable and 1 archer range, so not the archer Cyclops all-in thing. So I guess this boy is gonna bonk the temple. Tower first, actually. Yeah, both that and the houses are fairly weak. These are all good targets. One more hit for the tower. Oh god. Oh god. Cyclops is surrounded by 3 Hershers. She's gonna go down so fast. Can't even take down the 1 Skraeling with him. Yeah, that was unfortunate. If all this was together, that's a so much closer fight. But PegasusRush getting pushed back by a whole lot of units. And that's through Pestilence, by the way. Despite everything. There's a villager here. What's going on? Are we gonna build? Kitchen knives? Oh god, forest fire's gonna kill her. And one calf. Not the best of forest fires, so this is gonna remove a natural wall of Rapl. Picksticker villager so OP. She goes in Aurochs by herself. Epicon kinda holding their own, but it's really the heroes that are doing the job of killing. Even they can take on 8 raiding calf though, that's too much. I think Rapl holds here, ladies and gentlemen. We might go to a game 7 if PegasusRush doesn't soon do some damage. Now, some healing will be needed here. And we're very far away from actually Rapl having enough food for that. It's not gonna be a Silent Valkyrie popping out. So that's the one thing that right now Peggy can play into. Get a choke point like that and try to hold it with the heroes. You can kill enough of the raiding calf, you can push Rapl off food. That's the one hope right now. Can he get it done? It's just the raiding calf keep coming and coming. I think that's probably it for PegasusRush. He's down 20 plus population and about to be even more. And then the raiding calf can just jump onto the villagers. Although they're very low health, they probably shouldn't do that. But just picking off this many units is good enough already as it is. Guess he can go for these easy to kill buildings. Two free kills. Just the one actually, but that was close. Even more raiding calf coming out. You can go for a separate group. Okay, a bunch of villagers getting picked up by Peggy. This might go a longer way, especially if he can keep most of these villagers alive. It's currently up on villagers after all. Yeah, and a bunch of raiding calf going down too. This could work out, but no, he's not gonna try. I think if he knew that he has a villager advantage, he might try, but still 74 population to 50. Yeah, without killing all of these weak raiding calf, it's probably not gonna go anywhere. He lost the other raid group, that's why. That's why he's tapping out. Makes sense. Makes sense. This was gonna be a very tough game to play into from here. So, can't blame him at all. Rather just move on to the next and try there. Here we go. Game 7. PegasusRush with Poseidon coming through. Man, it's the third time he's using it. He's really hoping that this will work out. Rapl on the other side with Zeus. Now we've seen how good PegasusRush is on the water maps. If he can do it again. And he takes the Showmatch. Nobody would have expected this will go down to the wire like this. Both of them find some decent fishing spots. So no worries about that. They're actually eating the cows. That's a difficult bird loader. You might just run out of food before. Okay, I guess Poseidon can get away with it because you got the elks coming through from the lure. Much harder for Zeus to do this, but there's a quick transition to the berry bushes, which is fortunate. It's right there. So from here on out, I expect to see 3 docks at the very least. And I'm guessing for a later classical advance, I don't think anybody will try anything risky on land. If you get too far behind in fishing ships, you're not going to be able to do too much damage anyway. The other guy will just outproduce you. They are very, very cheap. So it usually just makes sense to keep going with that. Play a relatively water boomy game. Don't necessarily need to rush a second town center though. There's a second dock. Already starting on his second storehouse because 7 villagers is really the number of villagers that gets a little wild when it comes to tree chopping. Lots of collision between the villagers. It could go up to 8 technically, so that both sides are equal. But any more than that is not advisable. You'd always split your villagers into groups of 7 or 8. When it comes to chopping trees, at least. And then put 4 on both sides of the storehouse so that they don't collide with each other too much. Then you're good to go. Did I forget the predictions again? Apparently I did. Here's the last one. Alright, that's a lot of fishing ships. 11 each. And they might actually go for a dock number 4. I would like to see something up here, actually, just to have some early warning. Yeah, there we go. It's very nice to have division as you just get to see stuff coming your way. So, 4 docks. Rapl is just a 3. He's never made a 4th one. I don't think he will. He's already going classical. With a very forward tempo, mind you. And immediately after, we're gonna see a Jason. Oh my god. Is he gonna hard rush with like a double military academy? Military and archery. So this is to block the gold mine, I assume, in the back. Okay. Very risky, Rapl. Very risky. He's not gonna make any combat ships. Oh my. Triremes are being made by PegasusRush. The sooner he finds out, the better. But Rapl is hiding the Minotaur so as to not reveal his intentions. Peggy keeping the centaur home. I don't think he made the heroes. This could be a disaster if he's not making any land units. But then again, he has some amount of time. Has some time here, and the tower spots everything anyway, so he can now make the 2 heroes. He can throw down an archer range, he can throw down a stable if he wants to. In addition to all of this. The sentry tower will spawn 1 militia anyway. So that's a little bit of help. This Minotaur is getting kind of weak. See if he can pull away the militia in time. Oh, Peggy. Save it. Okay, there we go. Still a good amount of archers are out. Peggy might be just rushing for that heroic age triple archery range here. Very surprised to see a second Minotaur. Is there gonna be a third? Not without praying. Oh, this is a bit of a clencher. Both going down the Hippolyta. She's gonna be remade though. Is this enough time for Peggy to get to 500 gold? I don't think so. I think he has to... Oh, right. Of course. Oh my god, Rapl has committed so hard, and meanwhile, these triremes are ready to go. Give him a bonk. Oh man, this is brutal. But Peggy is housed. And he should probably cancel the Toxodi spam, so that he can actually go to the heroic age. And then get an Aphrodite out and curse this army. Then he suddenly has equal numbers. This is looking good for PegasusRush, I have to say. 16 fishing ships as well. He's up a little bit in that, but behind on villagers. No purse seen, whereas Rapl has it, so that's a nice advantage to have. He's not gonna have enough gold though, even though he has pickaxe. Probably gonna be careful with that. Okay, there's the armory. Now he can click up. He forgot the armory. Oh man. Well, the full-on rush is now happening. Minotaur gets insta-sniped. The hoplites will be attacking, but so much fire raining down on them from all these archers, man. The archers are trying to counter-attack, and I guess the Minotaur is tanking a lot of the hits, but the two heroes will take it down. There's not that many hoplites left, honestly. It's 6 hoplites against a half HPTC. Now let's see if Peggy pulls some villagers or something. He's currently just not spending his resources. I think he might not be able to hold here. There's still a lot of archers from Rapl. 8 Toxodis, but they're getting picked off slowly but surely. A little repair coming in. Rapl really going for the jugular, but I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got what it takes to take this down. And immediately, PegasusRush knows he can stop worrying about this and just click up Aphrodite. The next attack will be crushed even harder. And all he needs to do is just repair this TC with 5 people, then pump out Nemi Alliance, or even just go Artemis directly. Does he have enough gold? He has 1,000 more gold in the side there. Didn't actually do much with his ships, but he is forcing a little bit of garrisoning. So it's better than nothing. Really good hold from PegasusRush though. Rapl mining out his gold a little bit quicker. And he's building up so hard. He really wants to push. Do you really need this much production on 1 TC though? I mean, you're already full pop basically. Medium archers coming through. I don't think Rapl can do damage with the next attack at all. Medium Toxodis are in for PegasusRush. And he's gonna be heroic next. The triremes are still going. All he needs to do is just secure a gold mine. I'm gonna see Hippicons. And Rapl is super far away from heroic. He's got medium infantry, to be fair. But is that enough? So he's sniping some vills real quick. Rapl is ahead in the villager count though, quite a lot. So that's nice. Peggy forgetting some houses and kind of getting punished for it. Are we gonna see a curse? Or is he just pulling back? Ooh. Okay. 25 villagers versus 40. Rapl is actually not in a terrible position if he can survive a little bit. But if he doesn't do some more damage soon... Peggy is up in age, right? So he will catch up once Rapl clicks up. Again, we might see a town center from Rapl. But then he's stuck in Classical for so long. Peggy is already preparing for the market. Might be a mythic transition, probably not. Because he doesn't have the gold right now. He needs to make a whole lot of units and defend this. without sending too much home as well, because these villagers cannot stay exposed. But the town center plus his own archers plus curse, more than enough to handle this. Rapl is doing the move though with the town center. Yeah, he is staying in classical for a long time. The temple will be denied or destroyed. Still surprised to not see curse used, but I guess you want to keep it for a combination of military and villagers, because they have separate limiting pools for that from both unit types. Now everybody's together. Rapl can't fight this directly, that's for sure. The Nemean Lion and the Hippicon Toxotes is too strong together, and there's gonna be a handful of Hippaspists now as well. So I guess he's linking up his armies. Peggy might be starting to sell some resources, and he's working his way to Mythic. He's got it. He's clicking up Artemis, I assume. That's gonna Earthquake either all of the production and the TC, or just the TC, and just a few production buildings. Then he's got Curse, then he's got the Chimera. Rapl's not even close to Heroic, and he's gonna lose a lot of units right now. There's the Curse. Not gonna hit any villagers, but yeah, that's a massive loss of life right there. And Rappl's gonna be hard stuck in the classical age, trying to remake these Hoplites and Toxotes, while this Toxotes ball of PegasusRush is pushing through, not really caring about anything. He's taking the piggies home as a trophy. So many Hoplites biting the dust. It's very expensive. I think Rapl might win the Archer War just barely. But all that Peggy needs is just a handful of cavalry restarted, and he should be good to go. Artemis is almost done. Yeah, Rapl has more archers. It's the 59 villagers versus 29 villagers advantage. Definitely showing its power here. The gold miners are gonna get bullied off. So it's all about whether Peggy can stay alive. He does not need to fight here, just back off. Buildings will protect him, and then he'll even have a Chimera to clean up the archers with. I think he should absolutely go with that. This is more than good enough. Does he have line of sight on the TC? He's about to delete it here with the villager. Do it! Okay, he's got it, I think. Yeah, easily. Easily the Chimera here now to clean up all of those Toxotes. But 66 villagers to 26. What is happening over at PegasusRush? He's now got his second town center, so let's see if he can catch up. He's got enough fishing ships that he should be able to train them. But honestly, if Rapl can just hold on now and somehow get to Mythic himself, that's good enough. He's got the villager numbers. It's just these Toxotes are absolutely toast, man. If these Hippicon get on top of them with the Chimera especially. Two to two TCs. Not sure how long that's been up for. I actually haven't been paying attention. We've got the Armor of Achilles for relics, by the way, as well as the Toothed Arrows. We haven't been talking about that. Toothed Arrows is for archer damage, and the Armor of Achilles is for infantry hack armor. Chimera finding the villagers. Is there going to be a garrison? Peggy actually runs away? What? He can't fight that directly, I don't think. The Hippicon doing a great job of dodging the arrow shots. Rapl not looking, and he's getting punished by this archer blob of PegasusRush. I think this push might stop the TC from coming up. And the villager number is starting to look healthier at 36. Maybe there's a comeback here economically for PegasusRush. That's all he needs, as he's got the army, he's got the Chimera. These are brutal little additions that he's got. And if there's gonna be any further heavy units, like even just one Helipolis would constantly soak the archer fire and potentially put away this game. Very nice Chimera fire stream again. The TC is not going up, actually, as the villagers are getting sniped. 39 villagers to 63. I don't think that Rapl can bring this back anymore unless he's got a crazy raid up here, but these are just villagers. All they've got is kitchen knives. I don't see it. I just don't. It's gonna be defensive buildings made as well. So I think PegasusRush is more than fine in sending home a Chimera to help. Got enough Toxotes and Hippicons here to keep pushing as well. Heavy archers are coming through. Oh, that's gonna change absolutely everything. The Hippicons just keep tanking, the Toxotes just keep doing the damage. Sharing is caring, I guess. Try Reams haven't done anything all game. They're just chilling. But the Chimera comes through and Rapl resigns. PegasusRush actually takes the series 4-3. That's as close as it could have gotten. It's the bicep difference. It's true. I'm sorry, Rapl. Gotta hit the gym, man. Just kidding. Holy, that was so very close. If PegasusRush loses like 2-3 more villagers, I think it goes the other way. That was something else entirely. Love to see these two fight. I don't think anybody expected this, so congrats to PegasusRush as well as to Rapl, to be honest. Very well played to both. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.